Nice gal, pretty gal from Chicago. And she was diagnosed with cancer. And she was concerned about what was going to happen to her husband, if he's going to date, if he'll remarry, if she passes away. Some of the most powerful videos I've ever done, ever. Absolutely ever. Custody of the eyes. It's an old phrase often used in religious and traditional moral teachings. It's the opposite of being reactive or driven by every image or woman that grabs your attention in practical terms. Well, a couple years ago, we heard the phrase custody of the eyes, and Jenny Hayworth shared that with us back when I had her on the channel a few times, talking about her husband. You guys know the series of interviews I did with Jenny Hayworth, correct? You know that? A woman reached out to me out of the blue. I didn't know her. She's a wife and a mother of many children, and she's probably 44 now. I think she's 40. She was 42, if I'm not mistaken. Nice gal, pretty gal from Chicago. And she was diagnosed with cancer. And she was concerned about what was going to happen to her husband, if he's going to date, if he'll remarry, if she passes away. So she reached out to me with some questions, and I answered, and then we spoke on the phone. I had her on the show. We became friends. And some of the most powerful videos I've ever done, ever. Absolutely ever. You want to look them up if you're new. But some of you remember Jenny Hayworth. She was the one who shared the phrase custody of the eyes with me. It's an old phrase often used in religious and traditional moral teachings, Christian teachings, to discipline where your eyes look in order to avoid lust, distraction, envy, or judgment. It's about self-control and respect, not just avoiding staring at a woman's body, but also training yourself not to be a slave to visual impulses, billboards, screens, temptation, comparison, and even vanity. It's the opposite of being reactive or driven by every image or woman that grabs your attention in practical terms. It means not ogling others, staring out of lust or envy, or wishing that maybe you could meet that person, not letting your gaze wander inappropriately, not feeding jealousy by comparing what others have, and not obsessing over screens or distractions. Having custody of your eyes, being in control of your eyes, which might lead to having custody of your hands, custody of your mouth, custody of your body, custody of your private parts. In other words, you tell them where to go rather than them telling you where to go. An interesting, very interesting concept, isn't it? There's times where I will look away from a woman for two reasons. Because I don't want to feed the monster inside of me. And every man has a monster, a gorilla inside of them. And I don't want to feed her and satisfy her by looking at her. If she's one of these women that just seeks attention like most modern women do. Most modern women seek attention.
I better pay attention to me tonight. I'm so fucking sick of this shit. Oh my god. Touch a boob, buy a drink. I mean, it's like very fucking simple.
It's not limited by age. There are women my age still seeking attention. They want eyeballs on them. And when it doesn't happen, like the short video that I released earlier this week where that woman was saying, the orange dress woman, who some of you said, oh, she's a 6 at best. Get the heck out of here, dude. That woman was like an 8 or 9. She's beautiful. Great smile, great body. The attitude, okay? The hardware looked good. The software and operating system, not so much. But it doesn't matter the age. That woman was mad because nobody was paying attention to her, which is a woman's currency, attention, especially if a woman's in business or sales. They want attention, and that's okay. You know, men and women sell, and they operate in the workplace under different operating systems.